I've taught global issues for 24 years. Usually I have 1 or 2 sections every year. What I've noticed the most, at least in my case, would be the students that I teach. I have more students today than I did when I first started teaching who have lived the issues that maybe I've been teaching about. When I was a teenager, my dad was teaching at the University of Manitoba, and an opportunity came up for him to spend 2 years in Kenya on a CETA agricultural project. So we went to Kenya for 2 years. When I was in grade 10, an opportunity to go to Pakistan came up. And so we lived there for 1 year, and my dad doing the same type of work. Those 2 experiences for me were very, I would say, transformative, thinking about the world, having had an opportunity to live in countries where you see such diverse populations, but also the extreme poverty to the extreme wealth. It was just a really important, I think, for me as a human being to have that appreciation of the world around me and how big it is. I first encountered MCIC probably in the first year or 2 that I was teaching. I will have received information about the Generating Momentum conferences that were held in the early thousands. Students from across the province went to Winnipeg to take part. I remember bringing students each year, and just what a phenomenal time they had. They're meeting new people, fellow students who are as engaged and interested in things as they are. They would be creating things during the day that they would then present in the evening at a showcase. And just to see what they could accomplish in the short time that they had, maybe 6 hours, 7 hours, it was just inspiring for me. I always found myself leaving like, wow, this is amazing. Be able to be part of that was really, really good for me as a teacher as well, just to see what kids are capable of. And then to learn about the issues that were the theme of each year. I started teaching global issues my first year. I liked the course because it gives a fair amount of freedom to teachers and students as well in the newer global issues version to focus on issues that are of interest to them. And my interest has always been issues connected to human rights. Morden has received a lot of people from war-affected countries, from countries where quality of life issues are more of a challenge. It reminds me as a teacher I have to be cognizant of that, because when we're talking about topics that might hit home for them, there's going to be perhaps trauma that they've suffered and experienced, or maybe emotions that they haven't had an opportunity yet to come to grips with. It's important for MCIC to continue this work, because throughout my time in school, knowing that you have this organization there that is raising awareness about such important issues that are affecting people outside of our world, and engaging Manitobans, in particular teachers and students, on those issues, but also that next step, taking action in some way. You've got all of this information, what can you do with it? I was always impressed and amazed with what students do and continue to do, whether it's through MCIC or other organizations. It's key that they have that understanding of the world that they live in.